Dumitru Braghiș was Prime Minister of the Republic of Moldova during 16 months, being elected by Communists and Christian Democrats. But in 2001, when Communist Party had the majority in the parliament, they preferred another cabinet chief and Braghiș remained in the opposition. Now he is the chairman of the Social Democratic Party of Moldova and one of the 4 deputies which represent his party in the parliament. Braghiș has a university degree in techniques and a PhD in economy. 20 years ago, he was one of the leaders of the Komsomol organization, the youth wing of the only party in the Soviet Union. What do you think about Republic of Moldova integrating EU? Is Moldova going on the right way?
Well, I think that the integration of the Republic of Moldova to the European Union is one of our goals, and we must do everything possible in order to achieve all the standards, all the European standards, in order to be eligible for the European integration. Unfortunately, we have to say that not everything is done proper, and we have many problems with implementation of the EU Moldova action plan and some other issues which show quite clear that we have not done our homework as good as possible. I think that we have many problems, including economic and political, because we have problems with the functioning of democratic institutions in the Republic of Moldova from one hand, and from other hand we have a lot of Moldovans leaving the Republic of Moldova abroad because of they don't have possibility to have working places here, to be engaged and to have a salary which will give the possibility to support their families.
Why do you think so many Moldovans go abroad for working?
Because of the situation which we have in the country. First of all, in last years we have reduced a lot of working places from one hand. From other hand, the salaries and the conditions are quite bad, and because of this, of course, people are looking for a better situation, better conditions. You cannot help, you cannot survive with your family when you have $100 or $200 salary.
Should our government do something for their return?
The government is doing nothing from my point of view, because of in all the countries where we have the similar situation, they have accepted many programs in order to invest in the country, in order to create new jobs, in order to increase salaries, in order to make the economy more competitive. Unfortunately, it's not the case of Moldova. The policy of the ruling party and of the government was oriented to export of Moldovans abroad and to import goods from the countries where they are working. And this is, from my point of view, a very bad policy, and it will have a very negative impact of the Republic of Moldova, on the Republic of Moldova in the nearest future.
Do you mean that our economy depends on those people working abroad?
Sure.
Is it good for us?
Of course not. Of course not. I understand very well that we have to be part of the world economy, but at the same time we have to have some security of the economy, of the country, of the people who living in this country.
How should be our relations with the neighbor countries?
In the last 7 years, we have, from my point of view, destroyed the normal relations which we had with Romania and Ukraine.
Why 7 years?
And unfortunately, nothing is doing in order to restore, to rehabilitate all these relations. Unfortunately, there are too many declarations from both sides, from Romania and from Ukraine sometimes, and of course a lot of declarations from Moldova, which show quite clear that there is no an idea how to change the situation, how to help the country, how to manage to have good relations with our neighbors. So we had problems always. It is normal to have some discussions, to say have some problems which could be solved during some negotiations, but we had these discussions and we solved some problems during that time. Unfortunately, in the last 7 years, we have only exchange of declarations.
And what about Russia?
We have to have good relations. Moldova is a small country, and Moldova must promote, must develop relations with countries, taking into consideration that we have to solve our problems and will not play a big role in the international policy.
And what about Transnistria, the eastern part of Moldova? Is this a problem between Moldova and Russia? Is it possible for Moldova to join EU without Transnistria?
It's a problem not only in our relations with Russia, it's also a problem in our relations with EU, with United States, because we had a lot of discussions with all these countries. We know very well that they must play a very important role in the settlement of the Transnistrian issue. As concerns the integration into the European Union, we have to say that this is a political decision, and we know that in some other cases countries were accepted to be EU members being divided.